Welcome back to another video, guys. Smacky OG here, and it has been just over a year and 1 month since Marvel Rivals came out with Season 1. Now, that came out January 10th, ended April 11th. It was one of the very few seasons we got where it lasted 3 months. That's before they ended up switching over to the 2 month system they got going on, where the devs drop a hero every single month and they split the battle pass up into two parts. The first half of the season, you get one hero, then the second half, you get the other one, right? The second hero comes out the second half of the season. Marvel Rivals Season 1 was very special in the fact that it came out with four heroes, right? We ended up getting Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman Sue Storm the first half of Season 1, and the second half we got the Thing and the Human Torch. Now, this is also the only time we've seen Marvel Rivals come out with a full team in a whole season. That's pretty big. Now, I know it's easy with the Fantastic Four, given it's four people, and a lot of different teams have had a variety of different people come and go, so it's hard to pick and choose. But I kind of want to see more of this, right? I want a season dedicated to a team, and I want to see them either release a team, have more people come out for specific teams, or in this case, just finish the team outright. And I'm talking specifically about the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I know there are so many different teams people want to see, and I know we got pretty much everyone from the Guardians on launch except for two people. We already got Groot, we got Star-Lord, we got Rocket, we got Mantis, and we got Adam Warlock. Now, some people are going to say Warlock's not on the Guardians. I beg to differ. Anyways, the two people I'm talking about that did not make the cut are number one, Drax the Destroyer, and number two, Gamora. I think it goes without saying, man. I think Drax would 100% fit the Vanguard role. He got his twin blades that he could use. He jumps whatever he can jump very high. That was a crazy stutter, but he can jump very high. I think he fits the brawler tank aesthetic very well. I know we got Rogue. She's a brawler, melee, dive, whatever the term you want to use is. She is that tank. You got the Thing, same sort of thing. No, that wasn't done on purpose. And I guess you could even argue Angela, right? She is really good at displacing enemies with her flying. She can spear you, throw you off the map, land, and then do her brawler, melee, fighting style, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to talk about Deadpool. I haven't played him. I don't really understand his kit, so I'm not going to bring him up. But Drax, I think 100% fits that brawler tank aesthetic, right? Mainly thinking about the Thing and the Incredible Hulk. I think Drax goes hand in hand with that sort of play style, very mobile while also being very, hands on. Think about Thor, right? I didn't mention Thor, but very good comparison. Thor got a hammer, he's very up close personal, you know, just a brawler, bro. Same sort of thing with Drax. But I'm not very familiar with the characters on the Guardians, besides just, the movies and some comics. But Drax is sick, man. I think Drax the Destroyer overall very slept on character within Marvel. I think people only look at the Marvel Cinematic Universe and they see that version of Drax, which is, a fraction of what he actually is. That guy can go up with Thanos and hence the name Drax the Destroyer. That dude is literally his op. But anyways, let me get back on topic. Drax 100% got to be a tank. You give him his little blades, give him a really big jump, um, give him some mobility, you give him some slams, and I think one ability that'd be cool. I know he has like a power in the comics where he can like sense people. He's very good with sense. I don't know how to explain it. Like he has an enhanced scent. But if you guys ever played Black Ops 3, there is a perk where you can see people's footprints like a few seconds after they leave, so you can follow a trail of them. Maybe Drax could have a passive where you can see people's trails behind them, quote unquote, their scent, which would be really cool to see in game, unless it really distracts from the UI and you can barely play it. Because I know there was an issue with Deadpool just making the game unplayable and some people having like seizure effects, I guess, which is like terrible. And I hope that's gotten fixed, or if it hasn't, I hope it will get fixed soon. But if they could incorporate that for Drax, I think that'd be cool, especially if, people like Invisible Woman have like a scent you can follow before they turn invisible and stuff like that, man. If people are trying to hide, maybe you could see like Spider-Man like crawling. You see little scent, whatever that may be. I don't know how their abilities would work, but Drax got to be a tank. That passive I think would be cool. Whatever thoughts you guys have on how he'd work within the game, I'd love to hear them down in the comments. Moving forward, I also want to see Gamora. Like I said, they're making it where every season only comes out with two heroes, one in the first half and another in the second half. That works perfectly for the Guardians because there's only two people missing from the team to fill it out. So Gamora would 100%, in my opinion, be a duelist. Now you could say whatever you want to, man. You could say duelist is the most overrated role within the game. I'm not here to agree or disagree with you. It is the most abundant role. That is a fact. That will always be a fact across any hero shooter genre game, right? Look at Overwatch. Again, I'm not here to make a comparison. That's a completely different game. Has nothing to do with this, but the DPS in that game, simply like what? More than both the tanks and the healers combined. I don't know if that's true or not. I didn't do the math. Probably is. Same thing over here, man. I'm pretty sure there's more duelists within the game than there are tanks and or vanguards and strategists. And Gamora needs to be another one. No, she's not going to be a strategist. No, she's not going to be a tank. I don't care how you spin it. I think she fits as a duelist. She is what her nickname is, like the most dangerous woman within the universe or the galaxy or something like that. She fits the duelist role perfectly. You could give her whatever abilities. You could give her stealth abilities. You could give her some sort of mobility abilities. You can give her a weapon because she has weapon mastery of anything really, and she has cybernetic enhancements. However you want to spin it, bro. Just put Gamora in as a duelist. Now, going off the fact that they are going to fill out the rest of the Guardians, I would love to see a team up similar to how the Fantastic Four have one. I don't know how that worked with Adam Warlock, right? Adam, he has his he had his team up with both Star Lord and Mantis. The revival, which was kind of busted. I really like that one a lot because you get to just res yourself anytime. Came in very handy when three people can have a self revive. But yeah, maybe you just go with the original six. You go with Gamora, Drax, Groot, Rocket, Mantis, and Star Lord. That's a perfect 2-2-2 comp, and I think that would work perfectly with the team ups and within the game. All right, you got Groot and Drax as the tanks, the vanguards. Gamora and Star Lord, perfect synergy between the two. You got them as the duelists, and then Mantis and Rocket as the strategist. Man, that's a perfect team comp right there. Whatever the team up would be, that'd be sick to see. We haven't gotten a full team since Fantastic Four. You got the Avengers is kind of like a mock-up team, right? We have all the Avengers. We got Thor, we got Iron Man, we got Captain America, we got Black Widow, we got Hawkeye, and we got the Hulk. Three Vanguards, um, and three DPS. Not a single healer. Single healer. Holy, not a single healer. But they don't have like an official team up. Now, Fantastic Four, they came out, they got a team up. Sue Storm gives them all the extra shield, which is dope to see. I don't know how they'd spin it with the Guardians. I'm not too familiar with their lore, but still dope to see. Now, speaking of team ups, I think it would be dope to see Nebula come in. I know she's not really a guardian of the galaxy. I know she is in the movies. I don't believe she is within the comics. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not too familiar with the Guardians, hence why I'm not making a full deep dive on all their abilities. I'm just saying random stuff that I think would work. Again, you guys let me know what you think would fit really well for their kits and how they'd work within the game. But Gamora and Nebula go hand in hand, sisters, right? Whatever, they can hate each other, whatever, da 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 da. Nebula could be a strategist or a duelist, given how you want to spin it. And what would be cool is if we actually get to see the Dark Guardians, right? That could be the start of that. You give Gamora and Nebula a team up. Nebula comes in the game. She brings in Star Fox with her, Cosmic Ghost Rider. Well, Ghost Rider in this instance, we could just give him a Cosmic Ghost Rider skin. Wraith. whoever else is on the Dark Guardians. I think that would be dope to see, right? And then that would be a whole other team that gets a team up. It's just busted, man. I really do like the team ups where it's really just like lore focused, like, hey, we just made a team, right? We're really going off the comics, we're going off the stories, we're going off the lore. Hey, this team came together, we all picked the same people, so we get a bonus. We get an extra ability. We get some more health. We get an extra shield. Whatever that team up is, I think is such a dope concept, and I want to, lean heavy towards that and lean heavy into that. I think that's such a dope concept, and it just goes hand in hand. You got the regular Guardians of the Galaxy, you got the Dark Guardians. It'd just be cool to see. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that, man. I haven't really given their abilities too much thought, but just to wrap it up, man, Drax, brawler, tank, similar to Thor, maybe the Hulk, maybe Rogue, whoever you want to picture, with his two knives, the blades that he uses. Give him the scent trail thing that I was talking about as a passive. Give him some mobility. I think he works. Gamora, same thing. 1,000% a duelist. I don't care what you say. I don't care that we already have too many. We will always get more. And people are going to be like, oh, we don't need more duelists. We need more vanguards, we need more strategists. I agree, man, but that's just, you gotta just like understand that's just not how things work all the time. I wish they did, right? I wish we'd get more vanguard strategists, duelists in a timely fashion. I know we just get duelist. At least I think we gotten, the only time we haven't gotten a duelist has been last season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was the only time we got a strategist and a vanguard. The time before that, we got Daredevil and Angela. Daredevil being a duelist, Angela being a vanguard. And of course, last season, like I said, first time we had a strategist and a vanguard, where we had how am I blanking this hard? Oh, Rogue and Gambit. But yeah, dude, any hero shooter genre, it's going to be filled with duelist, DPS, whatever you want to call it. The damage role is the most picked role. I don't care what you say, that it's got to be a fact, man. I'm not going to say it's the most important, but there's a reason we have roles. And, looking at other games coming in is definitely more appealing. It's definitely going to be the most picked role. Like, for example, if you hopped on from COD to Overwatch like I did, man, my first character was Soldier 76. I saw he had a gun and he could run. He was the only character that could do that at the time, and it just made sense. It fit perfectly. Helped me transition and understand how hero shooters worked. Now I love playing tank, man. Tank is my role. I love that so much, man. I love playing Doomfist, for example, on Overwatch. Rest in peace to bro. They just killed him today. I'm not making a video on that right now. I'll probably do that over the weekend or another day. Very sad to see that. Uh, he's probably still alive anyways, but yeah, whatever. And in rivals, man, I'll play everyone, right? My most plays probably Mag. Magneto's busted. He always has been. He's been slept on. Captain America's very fun. I have been picking up Angela a lot. She's actually very fun. And I'll probably say Venom. Those four tanks, man, very fun to play. Oh, the thing's really good. I'll pick him over the Incredible Hulk any day. I'm not as good with the Hulk as I am with the thing. But yeah, man. Anyways, I am on a crazy tangent right now. Drax, gotta be a Vanguard. Gamora, gotta be a duelist. Fits perfectly within the season where they drop one hero every half. The first half you could give us Drax, the second half we could get Gamora, because I know people would rather have more tanks first and more duelists. This could help with team ups, give a whole team boost for the Guardians of the Galaxy. You can even bring in Nebula as Gamora's sister, give them a team up, and then that makes way for the Dark Guardians with even more characters. You can spin this however way you want, man. This would be a dope thing to see. And, this could make room for maybe an annual team drop. Maybe they actually go out and say, hey, you know what? First season of Marvel Rivals, we dropped the whole team. Next year, we're gonna finish out Guardians of the Galaxy. They could have did that this season, but no, they decided to go with Deadpool and Elsa Bloodstone, I think. Right? We don't know what her role is or her abilities. Probably gonna be a duelist. if I'm gonna have to take an actual guess. A lot of people are saying strategist. I don't see that happening. Duelist probably, most likely. But maybe they do end up doing Drax and Gamora and finishing out the Guardians. It'd be sick to see them actually finish a team. And then hey, maybe we see more X-Men. I would love to see more X-Men. There are just too many to count. That's why you can't really finish that team. You can have different team ups within it, right? You can you got the Rogue, Gambit. Gambit and Mag have a team up, right? That's sick. There's just too many X Men to like finish out the team entirely. You could just, like I said, just have more team ups. You could have Professor X come in, however that may look. A lot of people are always making memes about him in a wheelchair, or he just comes out and has Cerebro attached and can walk. That'd be sick. Maybe we get Nightcrawler. Maybe we get Mystique. Whoever we get. Oh, Cyclops, Beast. Man, I could go on and on. Armor, Jubilee, Quicksilver, man. There are too many X-Men for this concept to work, especially now. I would love to see more X-Men in the future, although we did just get Rogue and Gambit. I think it's safe to assume we get like two X-Men every year, just based off that. But yeah, dude, that'd be sick to see. Hey, maybe they go the route of putting symbiotes in the game, right? We already have Venom. We can't get Anti Venom because he's a skin. We can't get Agent Venom because he's a skin. Although that's a completely different character, and I would have loved him to be his own character. I think Agent Venom is sick, but whatever. If there is a symbiote that comes to the game, it's 100% going to be Carnage. I think he fits Duelist role perfectly. So let me know if you'd like me to make a video on that, an actual deep dive on his abilities, because I'm more familiar with Carnage, and I think he's just a cool guy in the comics. If that dude was real, is a terrible human being. Not even a human being, but well, Cletus Cassidy is a terrible human being. Anyways, get back on topic, man. Let me know what you guys thought about the video. You guys like my concept or thought process around Marvel Rivals finishing out the Guardians of the Galaxy and actually dropping a team like they did last year and finishing that out? Do you like my thoughts on Drax being a brawler tank and the pseudo abilities I gave him, even though I didn't really give it much thought? Same thing with Gamora. Do you guys like that I put her as a duelist? And do you like that I just gave her a generic, move set? I mean, you could give her a sword, and she's very mobile, stealthy. But then again, how there's just so many ways you could spin a sword, man. Like you got magic with the heavy swing, you got blade with the quick combo swings, and just vampirism. I don't know how differently you would have the sword swing, right? Maybe you give her two swords. I don't know, man. Then it's just you already got Deadpool with two swords, man. I just realized he's a DPS too, man. He's a duelist too. Deadpool's a sick character, man. Really leans into the wonky side of Marvel Rivals and fits the character perfectly. Fits how this game, you know, I guess fits how the game fits within hero shooters. It really just embodies what Marvel Rivals is. It's just pushing the boundaries. That's the first three in one character within the game, within any hero shooter that I'm aware of. Playing all three roles at the same time. That's insane. But yeah, this video is not about Deadpool. It's not about other teams. It's about the Guardians of the Galaxy. The Guardians of the freaking Galaxy. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Would you like to see that? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What abilities would you give them? And what kind of videos would you guys like to see me drop next, man? You guys want more videos like this? You guys want one for Carnage? You guys want one for Symbiotes? The Illuminati? Let me know. Appreciate y'all for watching. Peace.